Okay, Mom. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Happy New Year. Yo, we sound like a NSYNC band.
Yeah, we are.
Happy New Year.
New Year to everyone.
How's everyone doing?
2025, baby.
You guys, it's going to be our year.
I am not going to say that. I'm not going to say it, Uruje,
Why?
because every time I say it's our year, it ends up being a really wonky year, okay? So I'm going to say, let it be.
I'm going to say for anybody this year who experienced heartache, breakup, the loss of someone close, losing a job, maybe having some financial issues, groceries are rough, losing something close to you, a friendship, it's okay. We're so glad you made it here. We hope we were able to help your year this year. But you guys, we are going to set some realistic goals for ourselves. And 2025 is going to be a great year. We got
100%. I love everything you said.
Also, like, y'all subscribe to the channel because that'll make your year better.
Exactly.
Subscribe to our Patreon. That'll also make your year better because you will get extra OK Mom content every Monday at 7 a.m. And please give us those 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Those numbers mean the world to us, especially in 2025. We need those numbers to go up, up. Okay? Are we listening?
Yes.
Thanks, y'all. It would be a great New Year's gift if you could do all these things for us.
And also thank you for all the love and support that you guys have shown to our podcast in the last year. Truly means the world. We would not be here without y'all.
Facts. We love our OK Mom community.
It's the best.
Even
It's
the Facebook
best.
haters.
We love you guys too.
We're watching you.
We are.
Listen, we're going to start this episode off with a bold
A bright
bang.
bang.
Look at this. Guys, mine says bold kuri because that's what I am.
Mine says Gio or Ginedo, which is literally my life.
Literally.
Gio or Ginedo, like live and let live.
That's literally the words of Hina. I love that yours is on like truck art.
I know. I love the truck art.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Vibey.
These are brought to you by Bazaar Threads.
Linked below.
All of her information is linked below. Guys, local, living in Burlington, amazing work. You have to check out these unique sweatshirts, check out all the different colors, check out all the different sayings. I just love that it's literally hoodie season and I cannot live without the hoodies. You know that. So thank you so much to Bazaar Threads. Make sure you guys show her some love. And you guys, I literally don't know what else to say, but I am a bold goodie.
Absolutely. The shirt goes with the person.
Facts.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right. So, guys, because it's the new year, we asked our followers, you guys, what's the biggest lesson you learned in 2024? And I was going through these, and you guys dropped gems.
Seriously.
The gems were dropping like Candy Crush. It was really great.
I also say some of the chapere that we got in 2024,
Ooh,
some of the life chapere.
life chapere for real. Podcast
guys,
chapere. Whoa,
It's been a rough year.
it's been rough.
Okay, can we just say that it's been a hard 2024?
No, 2024 was it was a roller coaster of emotions.
There were lots of highs and there were lots of lows.
But you know, I feel like a lot of years are like that.
I know, but what? Give me a highlight of 2024 for you.
Highlight of 2024, honestly, podcast. It was so fun.
Yes.
It's just because it was a fun experience. It was a fun experience. It was fun doing it with you. It was an enjoyable moment. We had a lot of good times.
Yeah.
There were some low times. Don't get me wrong.
The ones where we didn't hit the record button.
The ones where we didn't hit the record button. The ones where the episodes did not even get posted because there was no volume. Okay.
Welcome to our life.
Yeah. That was a really big high. I think like that was a lot of fun. And then there's always like personal like things that you achieve that you're like, oh, I love that I did this or I love that I did that. Like focusing more on yourself, reading more, things like that. What about you?
I loved our event.
Oh, that was so
Our
much
event was
fun.
so fun.
Yeah.
The Sada Kapai was alag.
Some of you saw this like we're not gonna talk about it.
Some of you vendors out there, y'all know.
Dave, we need a table.
table chahiye. Somebody run to Walmart. It was a true Dawat catastrophe.
It was.
But
it was.
the way it came together,
It pulled through. It pulled
okay?
through.
Everybody who showed up, man, y'all showed us some
You guys are real
love.
ones. Thank you.
Real love. We truly appreciate it. I was so humbled.
Yeah.
At like everybody who came.
100%.
I like it was just such a fun night. The food was so good.
Yeah.
Like I really
The vendors killed it.
seriously,
really
that
did.
was so much fun. I loved, you know, I can't believe how I felt like the year was so long, but it went by so fast.
I feel like that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why do I feel like we did our event like 5 years ago?
It literally feels like that. And it was in June. Good heavens.
I also I loved my convocation.
Oh, that
was
such
a
a
big-
special moment.
Yeah, that was a big
you
moment.
worked so hard to get to that point, girl.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard.
That is an amazing moment.
So that was a big moment.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it was really special to me because my kids were there and stuff. So it just meant so much more than just a regular
Yeah,
convocation,
100%.
But yeah, it's been good. But yeah, the lows were low.
The lows were lowing.
What's a lesson you learned this year?
I think one of the biggest lessons I learned, which is like a lesson that I feel like I've constantly been trying to learn, is to say no. And to be okay with picking myself, which has been really, really hard, but it's been so rewarding.
Isn't it?
100%. It's been so rewarding. And now I feel like the more you say it, the better you get at it and the better you feel. Just valuing my time, learning to love myself more.
Yeah.
Do things with myself, being okay with just being in my own space.
I love that.
Yeah.
Don't you feel stronger?
I do feel stronger, but obviously there's times when you're oh my God, I don't feel strong today, but I don't know. I think I've become a lot more confident.
Yeah.
I really do feel like
Oh yeah, definitely.
What about you?
I think a lesson I learned is that it's okay to, I don't know, I have a problem of having FOMO
Yeah.
and always saying yes. And that I just had to learn that it's okay if I just wanted a night to myself.
Yeah.
And I think a big lesson, another one, just to hop on that, is also listening to my body and understanding when I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Understanding my stress cues, understanding when I need to take a moment to myself, knowing when I should really just go for a walk, get some
Yeah.
fresh air,
Yeah.
take a break from the family, go for a drive.
Yeah.
Really honing in on the cues that my body is giving, the signals that it's giving, and then understanding that I should really take care of myself and take a step back. Nothing is that serious.
100%.
Nothing is that immediate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I 100% agree with you.
Why do I feel like we are just so go, go, go that we think everything is so high priority all the time? Yaar, itni bhi serious nahi hai baat.
No, it's
Khair
not.
hai.
It's not. I think it's also because for all majority of us, we're always just in a constant state of what's next, and we're always worried about what's coming up, what's happening in the next hour. We got this plan, we have to do this with the kids, we have to go here, this is the weekend plan, what are we gonna do for the holidays? It's always stuff like that. But sometimes you really have to just take a moment and be wow, today is a beautiful day. I'm here
Right?
today. I'm having a great day. I'm sitting on my sofa and drinking my tea, and it's a great moment.
And
I
it's
think
piping
those things,
hot and fresh.
those things are so. We take the small things for granted. We don't appreciate the small things. I was just thinking a little while ago, I was when I was in my 20s, I
Yeah.
feel like I was so materialistic.
Oh.
I feel like I was the girl that was I want to have designer everything, and I want to have this, and I want to have that. And I was so caught up in that world. It's not that I don't like nice things, guys, but I feel now at this stage of my life, it's so much less about that. It really is. It's just okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I know that's not going to bring me that genuine long-term joy.
Right.
So I feel like there's been a lot of growth. I think that's what I really love.
I love that. I
That
love
also
that for
comes
you.
with age, though, right?
It does too, but you also have to want that change.
Yeah. That's
Right?
true.
There are so many people who are older or in their 50s and 60s and they still are just about all of that. Hello,
Oh,
how many aunties are
100%.
still living that high school petty life.
100%. That's so
Right?
true.
The tit for tat.
Yeah.
No, she didn't do this. No, I don't want to call her. No, she didn't call me back. Right?
Yeah.
But then it's maturity doesn't always equate
Yeah.
with age.
That's
That's what
so
I'm trying
true.
to say, right?
Very, very true.
So many people ask me oh, what are you going to do with your kids during the holidays? And I was I'm not going to do nothing.
Girl, same. Same. We got
You
no
guys,
plans.
my kids are happy at home. I don't have to
100%.
plan these extravagant
No.
holiday market, this, that.
Yeah.
You know what it is? For me, it's so much more. Sometimes it gives me so much more anxiety to take them somewhere.
Come out.
And they have so much more fun in the comfort of their own home
Exactly.
around people they love.
Yeah. And that's so important.
It's literally as simple as that. They will call me and be like, can you tell Mamu to come over?
Yeah.
Can you tell Nano to come over? Can you tell so-and-so to come over? They come over. They have
Yeah.
the time of their lives.
And they don't really need the halagula.
They really don't. They just want Dada to sit with them upstairs in their bedroom.
1,000,000%. It's
That's it.
it's the simple things.
It is.
Really the simple
And I think they have really taught me to appreciate the simple life.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
We don't
So,
need to we ain't doing nothing.
seriously, I don't want to do anything. Also, what is it? The Christmas market in Distillery that happens every year?
God. I've been
Okay,
there.
guys, it's been all over my For You. Why am I not impressed this year?
I don't think I was ever that impressed.
I
to be
think I was
honest.
impressed 4 or 5 years ago.
When I was in my 20s and I went, I was impressed. And then I was just Number one, I was frozen like icicle. Okay. I was paying $10 for a hot chocolate that I didn't even like. Okay. It was crowded. It was so crowded. Everyone had the same damn picture in front of the damn Christmas tree. Okay. Not about it. Not about it.
So I went when I was like really pregnant with my first.
Yeah.
I was like 8 months, guys, swollen feet.
You
I could
tracked it.
barely walk. We drove all the way there. So even like sitting in the car, I was getting nauseous and like irritated because I couldn't sit for that long.
Yeah.
We get there, we finally find parking. We get in there. I'm starving. Okay. The lines were so long. It
For a
was
poutine.
so cold. My hands are frozen. I'm just like, okay,
Facts.
we need to find a place. And then I went to a restaurant. Okay. I walked in there. Server's like 45-minute wait. And then I unzipped my jacket. I'm like, I'm pregnant. I really need to sit down.
Yeah.
And then they gave us a table. Thank God. He was a really nice guy.
Oh my gosh.
And then I sat down and I finally had some food. And then I was like, let's go home. I could have gone to a restaurant in Mississauga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, you TikTokers, you really
rope
do
us
us
in.
dirty, okay?
You rope us in.
Yeah, you rope us in. But I'm not getting roped in.
No,
And neither is the
Did you go?
root.
No, I didn't go this year. No.
I feel like I lost the desire.
Me
for
too.
that.
I don't know. A lot of things I feel like they used to be really hype, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, like have you ever gone to Nuit Blanche?
Bakwas.
Oh my god.
Listen, if there was ever a Fazool or fire, Nuit
Fazool.
Blanche,
Nuit Blanche is fazoo.
absolute trash.
Nuit Blanche is like an art show kind of thing in Toronto. There's a few things that are cool, but like it's freezing.
Yeah.
Again, it's freezing.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody
And the
wanna
thing is,
do
like,
nothing.
They shut down a bunch of streets and local artists will put up some of their artwork. It's fine, but I feel like it became this big like party central.
It really was.
And they started opening it up. More people would come. And then I remember I went one year and like all I saw was like vomit on the sidewalk.
Ew.
Because all these girls were so hungover in their little mini dresses
God.
and they're just like vomiting
freezing
everywhere.
cold.
And I was like, this is supposed to be some classy art show. I don't want to be here. And after that, I never went.
Well, there you go, guys.
There you go. Fazool.
You heard it from us first. Okay, so we're going to go through your responses. I actually feel like a lot of people had really like deep responses. Like they were not surface level.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling this.
All right. Also, this is a lot of my responses are from our Patreons.
Yes.
The biggest lesson I learned this year is that just love is not enough for a relationship or marriage to work. No matter how much two people love each other, if the fit isn't right, then it's most likely not going to work. I do believe that there needs to be education in our community about what kind of attachment style does one person have, and if they're going to form a relationship with someone else, find out if it is a good match with the other person. Otherwise, that can lead to a lot of chaos and hurt for both people. Truer words have never been spoken.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Also, this is like so well written.
So well written.
Thank you for sharing this.
I also feel like, okay, first of all, love is not enough is so accurate. Y'all that say, I'm in love, you need more than that. Give me more.
Yes.
Give me more. Why are you in love? What do you love about this person? What is it? What is it? Give me more.
I am
Tell me
in
what's
love
up.
and I feel safe. And
feel
he
safe.
provides security. And da 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 da
And
da.
he stands up for me in front of his family. And
We're gonna move
he's a
out.
good person.
And we're gonna move out.
Cares about me. Yeah, and we're gonna move out.
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 We're moving out. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's like a million things that you need to look into. You know
Honestly.
what's a really good thing to look into is what are people's relationships with their parents like? Do they have a good relationship with their family or a bad one? What are the traumas that they've gone through when they were younger? Things that really had a big impact on them when they were younger. Because that also tells you more about their style of maybe communicating, all these types of things. Important things, guys. The importance of friendships that feel like siblings. I love that. I love that. Because sometimes, honestly, like, yeah, sibling relationship is off to the side. We all know, right? But like there are friendships, guys. There's surface friendships and then there are deeper friendships. And those are the friendships that you're like, I know I don't have to see you all the time. But when I do see you, I could say whatever I want. There's really no judgment. You could tell me straight up, you're being dumb. Today you're being dumb. Okay. And I will laugh about it and I'll say, yeah, you're right. I am being dumb. And those are the type of friendships. And you don't find many of those. But that is what I equate to as a sibling friendship.
May 2025 bring everybody a friend like that.
Facts.
Okay? Because
Throw it out there.
honestly, there have been times where I have felt so low.
Yeah.
I didn't want to step out. I didn't want to go do anything. I'm like stuck in this weird bubble. But then I go out, even if it's for an hour.
100%.
And I go out with this one friend or two friends, or we record for the podcast.
Girl, I was gonna say that.
And the way that I feel after,
I'm
I
telling
can't even
you.
there are no words to express how grateful I am for that friendship.
I swear to God, I was thinking this when I was coming here. I was like, okay, like what would be like something amazing? And I have to say, there has been so many lows, guys.
Yeah.
There's been so many. I don't talk about this stuff, but I feel like sometimes you're having such a low day, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have the energy to like come and laugh and like crack jokes about like random stuff. And I will literally come here and I'll have the best time. And immediately I'll leave and I'll just be like it's a mood shift.
It is.
Because I felt like my cup is filled.
Yes.
So it's not just because you filled it, because she literally fills my cup, guys. Buy your merch, okay? She literally fills my cup.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. She literally fills my cup, but it's also like you guys, you know, like you send your responses in and like that fills your cup too, because people are engaging.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like it's nice to like feel like there's like this community and friendship and stuff like that. So
And how we all just get it.
we all get it.
And we're all just here to laugh. And that is the best part. That's literally the best part.
Absolutely.
Biggest lesson of 2024. Go and fill your own cup, especially as a mom.
100%.
It's so easy to get sucked in the day-to-day routine and give away your everything for the family. But if you're not filling your own cup, then in the long run, it affects all of your relationships for the worst.
That's so true.
It literally hops onto what you just said.
I think that's so true. You know why? Because a lot of us, what we do is we have this expectation. Maybe it's because of Bollywood, movies, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. We have this expectation as women. I don't know. I'm speaking on behalf of the ones that I think. Okay. This is what my perception. Okay. We have this expectation that we get married to a guy and that guy is supposed to fill our cup. Now, he is to a certain extent. You are also supposed to help him fill his. But sometimes there's things that you have to do for yourself to fill your own cup so that you can show up in the best way in the relationship. And that could be, I really wish that I had more time for myself, let's say. Well, you do, because you spent an hour on your phone. So you could have taken that hour, done something for yourself. You could have went to the coffee shop, sat down with yourself, read a book in the coffee shop, made some time for yourself. That's you time. So you have to learn to fill your own cup so that you can show up in the best way for other people. He is not always going to be able to do everything for you. He's trying to fill his own damn cup. Okay. So fill your cup. Preaching.
And at the end of the day, you guys are two different individuals.
Facts.
Have your own lives and then come together and build a life together.
Yeah.
Please. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you can't have the expectation that someone is going to help fix you. Fix yourself. Fix yourself. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Find meaning in the moment. Stop waiting for the perfect time to do something. The delays, guys, the way we delay things.
I love that.
It's so important, okay, to not delay. Because time will pass regardless of whether you are sitting and stewing about, oh, I don't know if I can. Oh, I don't know if I should. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Your I don't know is someone's I just did it right now. And then you're on Instagram like, oh my God, she has so many followers. Oh my God, she's so successful. Why do you think that is? It's because she actually did it. And she was consistent in doing it. Your consistency will always pay off. And what's the point of the fear? Because the fear is not going to get you anywhere. If you're scared today, you're going to be scared tomorrow too. Believe me.
Do you know how many videos show up on my For You where it's always talking about whatever you have saved in your draft, post it?
Facts.
How many videos show up saying
so
that?
many.
Literally,
So
so
many.
many people who are influencers will be like, just post it, because one day you'll post it and you'll realize, I'm so glad I did what I did. You just never know, but you cannot be sitting there hoping for tomorrow to come so that when tomorrow does come, maybe you'll feel like doing it.
Yeah. And
That fear's never going to go away. What guarantee do you have that if tomorrow comes, you're not going to feel scared?
that's what I'm saying. I also think I think both of us can talk on this.
Yeah.
Because okay, so Uruje is not huge on posting on social media. Okay. Me, I used to post on social media, but if I go back, if for anyone that used to follow me, if I go back, the way that I would show up on social media was very curated. It was not me. It was like, I'd post makeup stuff, but it was very like filtered. Okay.
Right.
It was very like, don't say this, don't say that, don't say this, don't say that. And I feel like when we started doing this, even initially when we first started, it was kind of like a softer version.
We would be like, hey, now,
We
I don't think I should be posting this
It was
one.
a little filtered. Okay.
A little.
But let me tell you something. Do you know when we started to be more authentic and be ourselves and joke how we would joke if we went out?
Exactly.
That is when things really took off because we were so real about it. Like,
Exactly.
truly, if you hung out with us, me, Uruje, and you, we would be like this. This is
Seriously.
who we are. Maybe not so loud.
What do you mean? I'm a bold grio.
But you're a
I
bold
am
queen.
loud.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be very authentic to yourself, and
Yes.
don't be concerned about what other people are going to think of you as. Why do you care? They're so concerned about themselves. They're not concerned about you.
Exactly.
Go out there, be the best version of yourself. Show yourself the way you are, because everyone is unique.
Exactly.
That's what's gonna pave the way for you.
Seriously. And honestly, sometimes when you show up as yourself, that's when you get the most relatable
Yeah.
response. Like if we're talking about social media, for example, when you post things and it's just a little bit more real and a little bit more raw, a lot more people are like, man, this is exactly what it is.
Because even if you look at the influencers that you guys follow that have really killed it online, it's when they started to be more real,
Yes.
that they gained more traction. So there you go. There's the way to do it.
What's the biggest lesson you learned in 2024? Don't go into business with your in-laws.
Lord, oh yeah, that's a scary one.
I would say don't go into business with any family.
You know what? Going into business with anyone is a
It's
risk.
such
It
a
doesn't even
risk.
matter if it's your sibling, a friend. Like, it's the truth. There's always a risk associated with it. But the risk, I think it's risky because of, first of all, if they're shady people, major risk. Don't ever go into business with a shady person. Okay. Secondly, you have to be with people that you can communicate with.
Right.
And I think that's like a big thing where like you have to be able to like say the hard things.
Yes.
Like, say the hard things, get it off your chest. I feel like it's hard even with us. Sometimes we're like, okay, what do you think about this? And maybe you might not like something, but like I have to say, like, it's better when we say it.
Exactly.
It's always better when we just say it. And sometimes for us, it's like, oh my God, but what if like that person gets offended, or like, what if they feel this way, or what if they feel that way? But I think the honesty is what really helps you in any situation.
And sometimes if you say something and you do feel like, I don't know if they took it the wrong way, you can always go back and message and be like, that's not what I meant.
Yes.
I really hope you didn't take it this way. I'm sorry. Y'all learn to apologize.
Yes.
And then come back and revisit. But you know what it is with in-laws?
Both tricky. Yeah.
Business and in-laws, that's a tough mix, because now you're getting like money involved. Now you're getting partnerships involved. Now you're like, oh, who's holding like what role in this business?
And it's a hierarchy, okay? Because you're also like, oh, I gotta respect the in-laws.
Yeah.
So if the in-laws are like, no, we want a 75% cut, and you're only getting a measly 25, you're sitting there like, I gotta give them the 75 because they're
but
older
you're
than me.
also doing all the work.
Facts.
And they're showing up at 3 p.m. for an hour and leaving.
Don't get jazbati and be like, oh, I really want to do this with you. Yes, I want to be the best daughter. Don't be a jazbati person, okay?
Just
That's a
just
lesson.
Bajanoon to yourself, okay?
Exactly. Okay? Keep it to yourself. People pleasing only takes away from your own mental health. Unlearn people pleasing now. Now.
You guys, this is a lesson I'm still learning. It's so hard.
It's
so
very hard. But you're learning it now because we have to unlearn it.
Exactly. Like I'm slowly just learning to say no. I'm learning to set those boundaries. But it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Because your whole life you're just like, oh my God, I can't say no.
Yeah.
If you want me to show up, oh my God, I'll be there and I'll bring this.
And you know what's even harder? When you do have the courage to say no, and then they like double down on the no, and they're like, oh, okay, Tika, but I'm going to be like, I'm really struggling and I don't really have anyone that can help me. And then the guilt, the way you feel like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this work? But I would still say, suck it up, stick to the no. Don't change the no to a yes.
Yeah,
please.
I know.
But it's hard. It's very hard. But it will be a big, big boost for you if you can get past that.
What's the biggest lesson you learned in 2024? Plans fail, and that's okay. Make another one. A failed plan doesn't define your worth.
Life is unpredictable.
Everything has its timing.
You got to love yourself, girl. Ain't no one gonna love you like you.
Mental peace or just peace in general is above and beyond most things.
Don't care about the South Asian community. Taliyan. Taliyan.
Talia! Laddu! It's okay to let things go.
Whatever they show you before marriage, it's exactly the opposite.
In-laws are in-laws. They're not your actual family, and they never will be.
It's important to voice your opinion in front of your in-laws.
Keep your circle small, even when it comes to your family members.
Mirror the energy you receive. Stop filling cups that can't pour back into yours.
Ooh. Listen to Okay Mom when you need a laugh.
Sister. And that's a fact. Not everyone who pretends to be sincere actually is.
Protect your peace.
When you are redefining boundaries and learning about yourself, age does not matter.
Better to leave friendships that bring nothing but negativity in your life.
Prioritize yourself.
You need to watch your surroundings because you never know who's listening and watching.
Sabr or have patience.
There's so much compromise in marriage. Forgive and forget.
Honestly, just don't get married.
Everything you wish for wishes for you even more, and it will happen sooner or later.
Be independent and don't care what people say. Focus on your family and your goals.
Stay away from snake cousins.
Ooh, sister. Hope comes within you and never ever be ungrateful for what you have.
Life is too short. Tell your family you love them. Love you, family.
Love you.
Never let your guard down with new friends. Ooh.
That no one is ever going to come and save you. Only you are the hero of your own life. That's so true.
I mean, you have to find that in yourself, though.
Yeah.
But we always grew up thinking somebody is going to come and rescue us.
Yeah, but it's also things that we've been taught, like in marriage.
That's what I mean. Like, you're the damsel in distress.
Bacha! Bacha!
Bacha! Okay? The damsel in distress. Your husband is coming. The knight in shining armor is coming.
I want to be a damsel. I want to be the damsel in distress. Guys, I want to be her.
He's coming on his white horse
That's what I want.
through the, the crazy woods, fighting all that magic off.
With his sword.
He's going to climb that tower. He's going to come in and get you. He's going to rescue you and you're going to get married.
I just want to say, like, this reminds me a lot of Rapunzel.
Okay, guys, and then what?
And then we're going to ride off to the distance and live happily ever after. You already know the ending.
Are we though?
Yes. Unless we're living with in-laws. Because then we're... Why did Disney not cover this? Why did Disney not cover?
Disney needs to come out with a princess who lives with her in-laws.
Cinderella with her in-laws.
With her sasral.
Cinderella and her sister.
Cinderella and her...
Cinderella and her sister. There, 100%, there needs to be. Disney, we did the work for you. Now, as you guys know, we are a podcast that is full of great ideas, okay? So right now, we came up with a great idea for Disney to do like a South Asian spin-off for like,
Princesses.
princesses.
Let's go.
Cinderella's would be Cinderella and her sister, okay? We got another one?
We can do Snow White and her seven sastrals. Seven members in her sastral.
Snow White and her 7, how do you say sister-in-laws? Jatanis.
None.
Oh, Snow White and the 7 nuns.
Trademark that.
It's a gem. It's a gem here. It's a gem here. It's a gem here. Okay? So we got
And
Cinderella
if we
and
do
her sister.
Sleeping Beauty, it'll be from the mother-in-law's perspective. ये तो हर वक्त सोती रहती है. अभी भी खूबसूरत नहीं है.
In Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent was actually a mother-in-law. That's what it was.
Yo.
She didn't want her to sleep. Okay? She said, why are you still asleep?
Yeah.
You should be downstairs washing the bonde, making the
Bonde,
handiyan,
pinde.
okay? Doing the pocha pachi, whatever it is. That's what you should have been doing.
Also, make me some Joshua while you're at it.
Shaw and Shaw, okay?
Yo, what was the one
Princess and the Frog.
No, the one, where she gets pricked by a needle?
That's Snow White. Oh, no, that's Sleeping Beauty.
Is that's Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what was that?
There has to be some other funny.
Yeah, क्योंकि वो उसमें भी वो धागा धुगा It's a great Disney story, yo.
Dhaga dhuga.
Listen, she has a side hustle, okay?
That's
and she's a
her
garzan. And then she pricks her hand on a needle and her sauce is like, ये तो हर वक्त सोती रहती है. इसको पता नहीं क्या मुसीबत है, इसको खाना
बेटे को
बनाना-
खाना ही नहीं मिलेगा. What did we even
I
read?
have no idea. So what happens when okay mom goes on some next Disney princess rant.
Only you are the hero of your own life.
This
Yes.
is why I don't rely on that.
Okay.
Just be the hero.
You have to be the hero of your own life, because the truth is, look, when you are mentally struggling and going through something hard, right? Your significant other, your spouse, can be there to be supportive of you, but it's not their job to fix you. Okay. Like, I think a big problem that a lot of us have, myself included, is that whatever things that we've gone through in our life, whatever, if there's like a trauma or anything that we've dealt with in the past when we were younger, right? We do not understand why our behaviors are the way that they are, right? When you get older and you're in a relationship, a lot of those behaviors come out, and then you're like, wait, this is not okay. What I'm doing is not okay. And then you have to be the one that fixes that, because that's not your spouse's job to fix you.
Yeah.
You have to be the one that's like, maybe I am like this. I need to fix this about myself. So fix yourself.
Nothing ever goes as planned, but that doesn't mean that there's not good in what didn't happen. I love
Girl.
that.
Isn't that so true though? Isn't that something our parents would always say to us?
But you know what? Sometimes when something disappointing happens, you get so sad. And you're like, man, this is not what I wanted. I was really banking on this. I thought this would happen, or I thought it would do well, or whatever the case may be. And then you get sad.
Yeah, especially when you've put effort into something,
Yeah.
right?
But then honestly, I feel like a couple months later or like a couple years later, you'll just go back and be like, I'm so glad it didn't
That
happen.
happens with everything in life, guys.
Right?
Like, okay, if you reflect back on your life, right? Even if I reflect back, there's things that I was like, oh, I really want this and I really want that. And then sometimes the way that it works out is so much better.
Yeah.
But the problem and the hard part is the patience and the waiting.
Exactly.
Because in the moment, you're like, I just really wanted it to be like this.
Back in 2017, I applied for my master's program and I didn't get in.
I remember
And
you
I
shared
still
that.
have this feeling of like how terrible I felt when I got the rejection letter.
Yeah, yeah.
You just don't, it's not a good feeling to be rejected.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, I really was banking on going back to school. Like I thought it was going to be the perfect next step for me. But then now I'm looking at it in hindsight and it's like, I learned so much more going back to school now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Given it was really difficult. But yeah, in the moment though, I know it feels terrible. But yes, there is like, you know how they say there's like khair in it? You just have to be a little bit patient and step out and look at it from a different perspective and understand that there's a bigger puzzle that we don't see.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And when one door closes, a million windows will open.
That is so true.
I
That
know
is
it's so cliche, but
true.
it really is what it is.
That's
Have
so
you
true.
seen the thing where a lot of people have been saying, because like it's the end of the year now, so I see a lot of like, you know, quotes and all these people saying how, have you ever realized that the today you're living was actually like a prayer that you asked for?
Yeah, I have.
And you're living that prayer now.
Yeah, but you know, you're so right though, because like when you go through the hard in the moment, you really do feel like really like worn down.
Yes.
Like you genuinely feel like, oh my God, like again, like another, it feels like a failure. It really does. But like, I think the learning from the failure is so important. Like I think a lot of us, we fear the failures, we fear the mistakes, we fear the problems in our life. But honestly, like I've been reading a lot and I feel like a lot of people that are like super successful and they've done a lot of work on themselves, they always say that they welcome these things because they know that with the mistakes and the failures and the problems, there's so much growth that comes after it.
I love that.
Like the hardships will always bring the ease. Honestly, it's the truth.
I love that.
It really does. Sometimes it just takes a long time.
I know.
It's the waiting. The waiting is what sucks. And the unknown.
And also like being okay with things not going the way you quote unquote planned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of girls who are going through fertility issues, you feel it a lot. You know, like you're planning certain things, you're timing certain things, you're going to the doctors, you're changing your diet, you're doing all these things. But just have some sabr. I'm telling you, 2025 is going to be a great year. We got this, okay? But you definitely do feel like sometimes life just throws so many lemons your way and you're like, I don't want to make no lemonade.
I don't want the secondary.
मुझे नहीं चाहिए squanjui.
I don't want it. But you know, I also think like even the girls that are like having a hard time getting married, okay? Like there's so many girls that like message us and they'll like say like, oh my God, it's such a struggle. We can't find anyone. Even guys. I don't really have the best advice. I think the best thing to say is like, your time does come when it's supposed to come, but like you also have to open yourself up to the opportunities, right?
Yes.
Like some of us, we have like lists written down and it's important to write important things down about like the things that we're looking for in a person. But it's also important to understand that like you're genuinely not going to find the 100%. It's
Right.
not about the 100%. It's about finding somebody that fulfills majority of what you're looking for. And like, maybe it's also good to like reanalyze those lists and like give other people grace too.
Yeah.
You know, we give it to ourselves, but like to also understand that other people are going through human experiences, and like we can't just cut somebody off because they're clothes, they don't know how to dress themselves, or like, you know, things like the small things are not the big things, guys.
Exactly.
Like,
And sometimes I feel like when it's not coming your way yet, maybe it's so important. And it goes back to like things that we've talked about before. But if you focus on yourself, okay, let's say there's a flaw in you, okay, that you just, a habit that you don't like about yourself, okay, but you just can't get yourself to change. Sometimes when there's like rukawat in certain things, if you can really hone in on making a change for yourself, like doors will open. Things that you never expected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, taking in all the rejection, or like being like what you said, what you're reading about is like being open to all of that. And then also just working on yourself. Okay. Making yourself the best version of you, so that when you do meet your life partner, you're like, I am actually ready to get married.
yeah. And then I think also like sometimes you're like, I don't know where to go. Like
Yeah.
I'm at a crossroad and there's like 3 roads in front of me and I don't know which path to take and I'm really confused. I feel like my life is like a dud. Like nothing's happening. I'm not progressing in any way, shape, sense, or form, whatever it is. But I think like it's the same thing that she said, like even in that moment, it's so important to maybe not focus on like, oh, I gotta pick a path right now. I gotta pick. It's more about like put the effort into yourself.
Right.
Focus on yourself and fix the things that you can about yourself, right? Maybe if you wanted to be a little bit more of like an avid reader, start doing that. Maybe if you wanted to like focus more on your health and fitness, start doing that. When you start focusing on yourself and like trying to improve yourself, I'm telling you, it's like the weirdest things that happen. Like the weirdest doors will open for you, like, and you'll get these opportunities and then take the opportunities.
Yes.
If the opportunity presents itself, do not say no unless you're sure it's a no.
Grab it.
Yeah, because you don't know what else can come from that opportunity.
I've got a little bit of a different one.
Yeah.
And I want to say it because I don't think we really addressed this too much here. There can be a difference between the mother you thought you had and the one that you actually have.
Oh, yeah. I bet there
What
can
a
be.
realization of 2024.
That is a realization. Sometimes it's also sad.
It's so sad. It's so sad because maybe you end up feeling like, oh, this person that I looked up to, this person that was in my life that was such a strong pillar in my life is actually maybe not teaching me the best things or is hindering my growth.
Or maybe it's like, I thought that this person was so strong and they like they've never had to deal with any hardships. And now I've found out all this stuff that happened to her. And I don't know if I can look at her the same way.
Right?
Like maybe she's gone through some horrible trauma or like whatever it is. And then you're like, how is she still like standing? You know what I mean? Could be.
I think it's so hard to humanize our parents.
I think it is too. But I also think something a lot of us struggle with like is that we now our gen we are, if we're on this journey where it's like we're having all these like, you know, self-realization moments and it's like, oh, but we need to change this and our parents did this and we have this trauma from when we were children and whatnot, and then we feel like we need to project that onto our parents and blame them. And I think it's really, it honestly will hinder your growth more than anything,
Right.
because you cannot expect them to wake up tomorrow and be like, I love you so much, Uruje. I'm so sorry for everything that I did to you. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
It's not going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
You have to let them be where they are, and it's always the baby steps, and
Yep.
be okay with where they are.
I discovered Okay Mom, and my 2024 was amazing.
I love that.
We see you.
We see you.
Let's go.
sister.
Let's go.
Oh, I have a saucy one.
Let's go.
Your cousins are actually your ops.
Snake cousins, y'all. Let's go. The cousins.
It's when the fingers clasp on the table like this.
Talia.
Talia, okay? If you are this cousin and you feel the need to go tell your mom every single thing that
Ay,
happens with your cousins, check yourself. 2025, fix yourself. Fix yourself, honestly.
I think it's just sad because sometimes you end up wanting this beautiful relationship with your cousins and then you realize they've never wanted that. They honestly just wanted to know all the little nitty-gritty information about your life so they can go back and gossip about it.
Yeah.
And then they want you to be like the laughing stock of the family.
Exactly. Or the cousins that try to act like they're so chill and they're so cool and they'll do the wildest things. Okay. Wildest things. And then all of a sudden they see you do something and then it's like,
Did you know?
can you believe that she did that? How could she do that? Meanwhile, you were the one that was doing the craziest things yourself and expecting no one to say something.
Did you see what she was wearing? Did you know
see who she was with? Oh my God, I heard that she's going to marry someone that's not in our like in our cast or whatever it is. I don't know. I just think that, like this is a great moment for you to zip the lips and work on yourself. Why do you always feel the need to talk about other people?
Honestly.
Riddle me that.
And also, like, for everyone else, let's set some boundaries with these cousins. 2025, we don't need to be having these meetings anymore.
And
you don't need cousin game night.
No, and do you need to tell your mom everything?
Yeah.
You need to tell your mom everything.
Get
Are
a friend.
you 3? Like,
get a friend.
Get a friend. Get a sibling. Okay? Like,
write in a diary.
Geez, calm down, everyone.
I got another one that's a little bit different, but I gotta applaud for the people who watch our show of all ages. Menopause sucks, and everything is a symptom of it.
Lovely.
I'm so sorry.
We're heading in that direction.
हम पहुंच रहे हैं पास. Don't worry, हम साथ हैं. Okay?
हम साथ हैं.
We're so sorry you're going through it, and hopefully 2025 will be better.
We hope so too.
But also, why do women have to go through all this stuff?
We go through everything.
Yeah, first times of the month, okay? बचपन से ही वो हमें लग गया है, okay? Then kids, pregnancy, hormonal changes. Now menopause.
This is why I do want to be saved by a night sugar farmer. This is why I do, okay? I've been through too much.
Cinderella.
Cinderella, okay? I want to be Cinderella, okay? Find me my glass slipper. All right. So
make sure it's a Louboutin.
She said what she said. I didn't say it. She said it for me. Okay. This is called a good friend. Okay. You cannot fight destiny. What's written is bound to happen.
Ooh.
I actually believe that.
I believe that. 100% believe that. You know how people okay, 2024 was a lot about throwing around a lot of therapy terms.
Yes.
I'ma say it.
Say it.
And a lot of this, like,
we did that too, though.
No, we didn't have
trauma, gaslighting.
Yeah, generational trauma. Trying to break this, set some boundaries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would talk, and still talk a lot about putting things out in the universe, putting things out, manifesting this, whatever. I'm gonna say it. You saw the episode before, or you will see a future episode. I don't know how, in which order. Okay. Hina is wearing a shirt and it says tawakkal. Okay. We are all going to keep our faith together.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because that's what it is.
We're going to keep a lot of things together.
And if I see some Muslim people and they're like, we're going to manifest this, I'm like, no, you're going to make dua. Tawakkal hai na.
Yeah. I think, you know what? This is the best example I can give is like, okay, when you really want something to happen, like let's say it's a rishta, a relationship, okay? And you're like, oh my God, I've dated this person for so long. I really want this to work. And you are doing the most, okay?
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, when are you going to tell your parents? Are you going to tell your parents? Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? The stress is like kapai to galore, okay? I just think, honestly, if you feel in your heart you've done it all, okay? Let it be. Sit back. Ooh. Let it be. Because everything that's going to happen is going to happen. And honestly, the peace will come to you too. If you feel like you're unsettled, the peace will come to you too. You just have to let things be the way they are sometimes.
And if you are type A personality, sometimes it's important to let things go and see if it's actually even going to work in your favor.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you are so clouded.
Yeah.
And your judgment is so clouded because you think, I have to control everything. I have to make this rishta happen.
It's the control.
I have to make him talk to his mom, and then his mom has to call my mom, and then we have to set a rishta meeting, and then we got to set a date, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sometimes if you can just let things be and play on its own, you'll maybe see if it's actually going to be worth it.
100%.
Because if you're putting in so much effort right now and you're not really seeing results, what is that relationship going to look like if the rishta happens?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And you know, when it comes to relationships, that clarity piece is so important because the way your judgment is clouded when you are in love, okay? The way it's clouded. You're like, oh my God, this person's my everything. Oh my God. And I swear to God, give yourself 30 days of not putting that much effort in, and the way everything just clears up. Okay?
Honestly.
2020 vision. You're like, wait a second, hold on just there for a
2025 vision.
2025 vision. Hold on just a second, okay? This man is doing the bare minimum. Are we really going to invest time into this? Or this woman is doing the bare minimum. Am I going to invest time into her? Like, let's refocus. Love is not everything. Love yourself.
And if you are sometimes, you know, when you feel like you met the right person.
Yeah.
Okay. But really, you just met somebody who checked off your checklist. It's not really the right person. Okay. And when you do take a step back and you give yourself 30-day return guarantee.
30-day return. That 30-day return is important.
Yeah. Trust me, things will fall into place.
There's a lot of people that said, trust no one, only trust yourself. Don't trust your husband. Don't trust your sister-in-laws. Don't trust this. I feel like, yeah, you have to trust yourself. But I think maybe one of the reasons why we say this is because there's obviously, you've been burned a few times. But I don't think you should not trust people. I think you should trust people until they show you that they are untrustworthy.
And I also hope that 2025 brings you someone that you can trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? It's so hard to hold everything in.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's healthy for you either to just be like,
not.
I could do it all, you know?
You shouldn't be shouldering that kind of responsibility.
Yeah, I think one of the things that is a problem with us is like our parents did that a lot where it was like, I'm not going to ask for help. I have to do it on my own because if I ask people for help, then I'm like indebted to them. I'm so like that. But I think there's certain people that you can ask for help.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the times it's like a very close friend, family. It's not a lot, but you can't do everything on your own.
You can't and you shouldn't.
And you shouldn't. It's not healthy.
Honestly, your body's going to take a toll.
Yeah.
Like physically, and you're going to start seeing signs of stress, and you really need to focus on, you know, I've said this before, nothing is that serious.
Nothing is that serious.
Okay. Just
like the 1% might be, but like you'll be ready for that.
Exactly.
And then piggybacking off of that, trust your gut instincts.
Ooh,
This
100%.
This one I'm with.
100%.
Yeah.
And for all of us moms out there, trust that mom gut. That mom gut is
1,000,000%.
literally never wrong.
The mom gut isn't wrong. I think everyone's gut feeling is always right.
The gut that I can't lose.
That I can't lose.
No matter how much I go to the gym.
Darn it.
Yo, I got one that's like a little bit different.
Yes.
The unnecessary academic stress that actually lowers your natural potential. Lesson of 2024, y'all. These standardized tests, we don't need them in our lives. They're not that important.
Chalo.
Okay? You guys do
Chalo.
what you got to do. Find your passion. Put the work in. You will see the results.
I actually think you should pursue a passion. Pursue the
Honestly.
things that you love because you will put more effort into those things naturally. And it's not about like just doing things to please your parents. Like if you genuinely want to be a doctor, or you want to be an engineer, or you want to be a teacher, go for it. But it shouldn't be because your mom wants you to be that.
Yep.
Do something for yourself. Because even if you were that, your mom's going to find something else to be unhappy with you about. So
Also, standardized testing, now I'm having my teacher hat on. It's literally like a blanket response.
There you go.
Okay. And every individual in the school system is different and unique. So a standardized test is not going to match your actual ability on what you can do.
you heard it here first, guys.
When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
That's a fact.
So if you see somebody gossiping, you don't like it when somebody's gossiping. Believe them that they're going to be a gossiper.
Yeah, but then sometimes I'm like, what about when people actually genuinely make an effort to change?
Yeah, but how many times are you going to get burnt trying to give them that chance?
No, for sure. I don't think that you should give people too many chances, but I also feel like I think humanity lacks so much compassion for people too. I really do. I feel like we're a little bit akru these days. Okay, we really are. I think you should not, maybe you shouldn't just give people free chances, but it's like when you meet somebody for the first time, right? Let's say they accidentally they say something and for you it came off as hurtful, but for them it's just a normal thing. Then sometimes if you tell them that like, hey, I thought that was hurtful, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was my mistake. And then they make a genuine effort to fix it, then I would give them a chance.
That's different.
But you're right. If it was something like really crazy, then I don't know if I would. Maybe
Okay,
the vibes. It's
what
the
if
vibes.
it is like,
the
you know,
vibes.
it's like trusting your gut.
Yeah,
Goes
yeah.
back to that too. This is like really, I would say connected. But
Yeah.
for example, remember once we talked about if you're hosting a dawat and people have to give you digs during the dawat? Okay. When you see one person doing that, or if they embarrass you publicly, you know that's how
personality.
this relationship is going to be moving forward. And if you in that moment did not say anything, okay, or you were so taken aback you didn't even have a response.
Yeah.
Okay. Now moving forward, you're gonna be like, if she does it again, if this is a cousin who genuinely disrespects you in a family gathering, okay, you're gonna know that now every time I go and we have this family meeting, she's gonna say something. This is who she is.
But that I think comes from the experience of knowing that it happened more than once.
Right.
I would say don't cut somebody off at the first unless they've really done something wild.
Right.
But like if it's a consistent pattern, then you know that this is not a healthy thing. Good day.
I got multiple people just saying, let go of toxic people.
That's so important.
You guys, the friend circle, it doesn't need to be this
The
big.
friend circle. If you have 20 friends, I don't know.
We don't need that.
Rethink it. Rethink
Let's shrink that down to maybe 3.
Yeah. You know what? This is what you're going to do. When you're getting married, all your friends are going to become your bridesmaids. And then you're going to do experiment. Okay. Which friends are causing the drama?
Ooh.
And those are out. Slowly, one by one. I think that's so important.
The minute you see people's true colors after you get married,
Lord have mercy.
then you go back and watch your wedding video and you're like, I can't believe I had 16 bridesmaids.
Why were you even in my wedding?
I only talked to 2.
I wouldn't even have invited you. You know, Oprah, she was talking about her, you know, Oprah's friend, Gail King,
Oh, yeah.
right? So she was talking about her friend and she's like, the reason why our friendship has worked is because she has never been jealous of me.
Right.
And Oprah she's Oprah. Okay. And I think that was so important because like there's so many things that are going to be amazing in your life when you have a group of friends, and there's going to be moments in their lives which are like these huge moments for them. Okay. And you may not be going through those moments and you might be in like a slump, but like you still have to show up for your friend. You know, if you're a good friend, you have to be there to support your friend through the good times and the bad, but don't surround yourself with friends that you feel in your gut that I know if I shared something good, that they would look at me and be like, oh, like, why did you get that good thing happening to you?
Right.
And tear you down for whatever reason.
Guys, jealousy is a very normal emotion.
Yes, it is.
Okay? We've all experienced it.
Yeah.
We're not sitting here being like, humne to kabhi aise
Yeah,
nahi
yeah,
kiya."
100%.
Everybody
100%.
has experienced jealousy.
Yeah.
I think the true friends are the ones who they'll show up for you,
Yeah.
even if, let's say, Hina gets some amazing Birkin bag.
Yeah. Damn, girl.
I'm looking at her like, "Ooh, I want that Birkin bag." Okay? And I'm feeling a little bit.
Let you borrow it anytime.
See, there's a true friend right here. But
Come
I'm
on.
feeling a little green. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wow, man, I would love to
Fair.
have that. Okay?
Natural.
I still show up
Yeah.
and give her an extra seat to put her bag down because that bag deserves a seat.
Wow.
Okay? And what you do as a person, this is going to be what we're going to do for 2025 is you work on your own emotions. Like, it's okay. I know I'm feeling jealous at this moment. I can recognize that this emotion is normal.
Thank
This is what I'm going to do
you.
for myself. And these are the steps I'm going to take so that I can work through this emotion so that it does not take over my life.
Yes. It's the recognition. It's the fact that you didn't say, no, I'm not jealous. Because it's okay if you are.
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
There's going to be moments where you are. Okay. It could be with your siblings. It could be with your friends. It could be even with your spouse at times. Okay. There's going to be moments where you'll be a little bit like, oh, I wish I could have that. Or I wish I could do that. There's going to be moments. But what you're not going to do is let that jealousy project into like, you know, making your friend feel crappy. You're not going to do that.
Exactly.
You're not going to dim her light to brighten your own. That's what you're not going to do.
That's right.
Okay. So work on yourself.
Yeah. And I'm not going to be that toxic auntie who's going to show up being like, ye color tumne pasand kiya bag
Oh,
mein.
Lord.
Let's not do that, people.
Yeah, no, we are not doing that.
We're going to work on ourselves in
Guys,
2025.
and you know, the friends that you have in your circle, really analyze what they are bringing to the table for you, please, because the people you surround yourself with literally do make up what's going to happen in your life. If you have people that are Deborah Downers, negative nuzzats, if you have the nuzzats, cut.
Cut.
Apologies to the good nuzzats, honestly. But if you have those in your life, you need to cut them. I'm not even joking. Distance yourself and leave. It's not worth it. You'll see yourself succeed way better without the dead weight.
Also, we're not actually attacking the nuzzats.
No,
y'all.
we're not. We're not.
It just has a good flow.
It's just like a negative Nancy. All the Nancys aren't bad.
Your nun is your biggest nemesis. What a lesson for 2024.
I don't know if it's all of them though.
It's not all of them, but sometimes if you have them, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a nun. It could be any relationship in your life. They could be your biggest nemesis.
It could even be your brother-in-law.
Remember when we were talking about toxic aunties?
Yeah.
47-year-old auntie is getting
Be your
jealous of a
nemesis.
23-year-old sister of bride.
Again, we say negative nazat. It was a negative nazat. That was your nemesis.
If that's the case, you protect your own peace.
Nemesis
You do
nazat.
what you got to do, okay?
Damn,
Set
yes.
those boundaries if you need to.
Set-
No one owes you anything.
Yeah, that's true though.
I know, but sometimes it's so hard because it's like if you have good relationships or, you know, you're married and you're expecting something from your partner, yes, maybe they don't owe you that, but it's kind of nice when you get something.
Yeah, of course it's nice when you get something.
Like, you know, when you're feeling down?
Yeah.
Nobody actually owes you a message to check in on you.
100%.
Okay?
Yes.
Fine. I get that.
Yeah.
But on the inside, I'm kind of slow. Like a little part of me is expecting you to be like, hey, I just want to check in and see how you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Because that's just common courtesy.
Yeah.
Right?
So I know that people don't owe us anything, but I hope that we can surround ourselves with people in 2025
That are healthy.
where they're healthy relationships. And yes, maybe you as an individual expect a little something from them, and they give you so much more than that.
But
and then
it's
you can
also
return it.
our job to tell them that this would be nice.
Yeah, that's true
In
too,
whichever
man.
way. Because like it's like when you tell your husband like, hey, my birthday's coming up and he doesn't do anything. That's when it hurts. When you're like, okay, so it's our 10-year anniversary. Like, can you please plan something? And they do nothing.
See, that's
when it hurts.
That's when it hurts because you've said, hey, it's our anniversary. Hey, can we plan something?
And then that's different.
Yeah. But also, you can't sit there in silence being like, let's see, midnight's going to roll around on our 10-year anniversary. Let's see what he's going to do. The real ones will.
Yeah, the real ones will.
Pull the surprise.
The real ones will.
We see you. We appreciate
Yeah.
you. Those real ones are also subscribed to our channel.
Absolutely.
And they gifted Patreon to their wives.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. New Year's gift. New Year's gift. I don't know. I just feel like it's you have to tell people what your needs are too, but then there are certain moments, okay?
Yes.
Where like if it's a spouse relationship, then like there's certain moments where that person should know that like, hey, she really likes these things.
Yeah.
You also are not a dud. Okay? Let's stop playing.
Yeah.
You're not a dud. Okay? You know how girls are. You know we like nice things. Step it up a little bit. And then also in reverse, girls should also know what the guy wants.
You guys, we got to be better too.
Two-way street. Two ways.
I know we always like slaughter the men, but sometimes it's on us too.
Yeah, it's on us too. So
I want to say one more before we end the episode.
go for it.
Give yourself space to grow.
I like
I
that.
hope everybody gives themselves space to grow in the new year. And I hope y'all are subscribed to the channel.
This is the fourth plug we've done. If you're not subscribed now, I don't know what's going on.
मैं और क्या करूं?
Yeah, come on, man.
Let me tattoo it on my
Start
forehead.
us off on a good note on 2025, okay?
I'm going to tattoo it right here for 2025. Did you subscribe?
Did you subscribe?
And
Press here. Press here.
Here on Big Patreon, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. What else you want me to do, y'all? Let's go. Make sure to check out Bizarre Threads. And if you guys purchase any of the same ones that we're wearing, please tag us because I'd love to see us. Let's twin. 2025, me and Hina are gonna get together and get a new piercing.
Absolutely, we are.
Okay? I have a space on this side.
I have a space on this side.
I want to fill it up.
I'm gonna fill it up too, guys.
I already did both sides of my nose.
We're getting it done.
So
We're
let's
getting
go.
it
I
done.
want to do it on this side.
We'll take you with us. Don't worry.
Ooh.
All right, guys, as you all know, first of all, Happy New Year, of course. We hope that this year is just full of all the happiness, the best health. We hope all of your prayers and dreams and wishes always come true. If not, you can always write into us.
So it was anonymous, don't worry.
Exactly. So make sure you guys are subscribed to all of our channels below. Thank you so much for all the support and love you've showed us in 2024. We cannot thank you enough.
Honestly.
So we're thank you for the bottom of our hearts, and we will see you guys next time.
Okay, Mom.